I studied English for years and still couldn't speak it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video. And I would like to talk about my journey, my English journey. I never thought I would actually be able to speak English because I had classes in middle school. I had English classes in middle school and in high school. But I feel I didn't know anything about English, anything, even verb to be, because, of course, verb to be is the essential verb to start with a language, okay? In every tense, future, present, past, I think is the more important thing. I start university in this way. I knew nothing in English, but I start university in this way. Why I'm saying this? Because my career was something related to languages. It was like in English I think is languages English area. So I start university in this situation, right? And I had like 2 or 3 classes in English, like 5 I think or 4 hours per week in English. The other classes was in Spanish. But yes, I of course I had English class and reading and writing. It was another. I don't remember very well, but yes, I had 5 hours per week. So this was my first contact with the language. The first contact is just listening. It was just listening for me. I didn't understand anything, but it was good. I would like to admit like that it wasn't my priority, English, because most of the time I used to play soccer. That thing was my priority. But well, I graduated from university and I start my service, social service. I think there is another word for this, but we are going to use social service. 20 hours per week and 6 months. I need all this time to just for a requirement for university, for my university, right? So I start at a language center, and their teachers speak English all the time, or most of the time, right? They speak English and sometimes Spanish, but I just thought I can do this because I had no confidence. I feel insecure. I don't know. It was like I cannot do this. I understand some of the words. Some of them I could like understand. Yes, but I wasn't able to answer questions. Maybe just a little bit, like, hello, how are you? Where are you from? How old are you? And all this stuff, right? But just that is a basic conversation, right? And in my situation, I say, how can I have intermediate conversation or something more advanced, right? So I realize that I need to change something. I need to change maybe the method. Well, I need to improve the method because I didn't have a method before social service. So I decided to take English seriously. I had a lot of free time because I was doing my social service, just 20 hours per week. So the other time it was in English. All. I mean, I watch movies, series, my phone, my laptop was in English. Some random videos. I practice conversation just a little bit, texting, right? I practice pronunciation because, for example, it's not the same to understand I do not know than I don't know. It's different, right? So I practice these kind of phrases, gonna, wanna, all this stuff. Little by little, I could understand more videos, more information, right? I did all this when I was doing social service. One thing that I stopped doing was translate all. I think I used to use translator every day, every phrase, but it was usable. But the good thing that you need to do is just looking for the meaning. I mean, what is the meaning for this word, right? So you have the meaning and you need to read it. So it's the better way to understand a word, or maybe with pictures, right? But not translation, because that is the worst way. Yes. So I stop little by little. Now I use it, but just less. But yeah, I don't use it like before. And I start to record myself. I mean, some speeches. And I wanted to listen to them just to be sure. Then, during my social service, was a great step, I think, because their teachers speak in English. So I had a good tool, a good way to improve my English with people, real people, right? So you don't know what they are going to say. So just little by little, I start to say some things like more complex. And yes, I made a lot of mistakes, but it doesn't matter. I also learned that if you made mistakes, it's good. It's okay because you are learning. Later, I just practice with the people online or face to face and at social service. And yes, that was another big progress because I start with people, right? I start talking with people little by little. I took my time, patient, right? Because you need a lot of patience if you want to progress. If not, you get frustrated. You get frustrated, and it's not a good way to learn a language. Finally, I just can have a conversation, intermediate, basic conversation, because I need to improve, as I say before. But yes, now I'm so happy. I'm proud of myself. But yes, the key to learn a language, any language, is constancy and dedication. Because if you don't have it, I remember a month that I say I'm obsessed with English. I think I'm obsessed because I want to. I don't know. I just everything was in English, videos, movies, everything. Right. I don't remember the exactly time, but I start to think in English. I mean, like for example, I was taking a shower and I was thinking in English. How can I say this in English? For me, that was like a obsession. But thanks to that, now I can I can make videos talking in English. Even if I make mistakes, I'm talking in English, right? Because you are learning. If you make mistakes, you learn. But obviously, you need to be constancy and dedicated. You can share information, all this stuff. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy because now I'm not afraid to speak in English anymore, right? So it's incredible. I know, I understand. I need to improve my English, but I can make videos in English. I can understand. I can speak with people. Maybe basic conversation, but it doesn't matter. I can do it.